Okay. So yeah, you were facing some issues.
No, no, no. I was able to get the
Troubleshooting.
voice connection. Yeah, fine. It was
Network.
perfect. Yeah.
Right, right. Great. Good. So this is also important, okay?
Yeah.
Whenever you get stuck, you should have the ability to figure it out by yourself. That
Yes.
how should I do next? What should I do next?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, then then we'll start with the today's session. Okay. And
Okay.
for today's session, let's log into Try Hack Me, and we'll do a machine from this platform, that is Try Hack Me. Okay.
This is different
Yeah, this is
website.
different platform,
Okay.
but this is free, and we are just going to do one machine from here.
Okay.
Okay.
Try hack me.
Why is it not logging in? Uh, okay. Let me quickly reset the password.
Okay.
Um, okay, so the machine that we are going to do for today's session is Mr. Robot. Okay, that's what we are going to do. Let's do one thing. Let's just skip this thing for today's session. Instead, go back to the hack the box. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
we'll do a machine from here in next session. Let's get back here. Let me see if I'm still logged in. And let's do Jerry today. Okay,
Jerry.
so
Okay.
this is another Windows machine.
Okay.
Okay, Control C. It's a very easy machine.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is you are going to guide me and I'll perform the steps,
Okay.
or else if you want to do vice versa, you can do that as well.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to do your hands-on stuff, uh, you
This is
can share
saying
your screen.
Metasploit or
No, without Metasploit.
all right.
Without Metasploit. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to ping the target IP address.
Okay.
Okay, so I do not have my VPN already set up. Let's set it up. Sudo open VPN. And now I am able to ping. Right. So let's create a directory over here. I do not have a directory. Let's go to temp. Let's create a directory over here named Jelly
Surely.
and move into it. And let's do an nmap scan. Nmap hyphen p hyphen hyphen n hyphen v hyphen. Let's run this scan. Let it run behind. Meanwhile, let's run a very basic scan here. Okay. Hyphen capital P N. Okay, so we have our basic scans running. We have already fired them up. So here you can see full port scan is running.
Yes.
Hyphen P hyphen. And here you can see a very basic nmap port scan is running. Okay. Let's see.
So it is 8080.
Right. So what I found here was that port number 8080 is open from our basic port scan. Okay. So that I do not miss any port, I have this hyphen P hyphen also running. Okay. Let it run. Let's go here.
Version detection.
HTTP proxy. So let's run a version detection scan here.
Yes.
So what I'm doing here is, can you explain me this command?
Yeah. Custom port scan with version detection and OS detection.
Right. Okay. So what does it say? It says Apache Tomcat is running here. And Apache Tomcat JSP engine 1.1 is here. Okay.
Microsoft Server 2002.
So as we can see that it's HTTP based, so I need to access it using my browser.
Yeah. And port number
Right.
8080.
Huh?
Port number 8080.
Right, and port number 8080. So let's open it in the browser. And this seems to be like a default install for Tomcat Apache server. Okay. And from the landing page itself, I can see that it's Tomcat version 7088. Okay. What else do we have here? So what next? I have the web page.
Yeah.
What should I do next?
Web directory brute forcing.
Right. So I can do directory brute forcing.
Yeah.
Let's take this URL from here.
Sir,
Uh,
can you give me 1 minute?
sure, sure,
Just 1 minute.
sure.
Hello? Hello? I'm sorry, sir. In between, I got a call. He was giving a lot of calls. So,
Sure, no issues. So I can do a directory brute forcing, right?
yeah.
So let's give it a try.
Yes.
Go Buster.
Yeah.
dir hyphen u hyphen w.
Yes. Hyphen U and the yeah. And user share word list derp common.txt.
So meanwhile, our directory brute forcing is happening here. What I can do is I can try to explore this website. Huh?
Yeah.
That's what I can do here.
Okay.
Or else I can just do a Google search about it.
Mhm.
Apache Tomcat. I believe it was 7088.
Directly giving exploit. Huh?
Yeah. So there's one link for Rapid 7.
Mhm.
This is going to be your Metasploit exploit.
Yeah.
And another link from Exploit DB.
Okay.
Let's take a look here. Tomcat RCY JSP upload bypass. Okay.
Mm.
This
That's
is
right.
the exploit name. It is telling me to use.
Mm.
And Apache Tomcat
Yeah.
85. Okay. This is another exploit for CV70, sorry, 2017 12 61 7. Okay. Okay. GoBuster is running here.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I can try to explore this website, or I can just do uh, Tomcat interesting directories. Like I'm trying to look for specific directories which are of greater interest in Apache Tomcat servers.
Mhm.
Okay. So do I have anything here? Does not seems to be interesting to me.
Last 80.
Okay, it says slash manager directory.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, if I'm going to explore this application by myself, clicking on different stuff. So here you can see that there is something like server status, manager app, and host manager.
Mm.
Okay. So I just click on this thing, server status, as this seems to be interesting to me.
Yeah.
So it is asking me for some login credential.
Yes.
So by default, I do not know the login credentials. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the default credentials like Tomcat, admin password, Tomcat 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is what I'm going to try. So let's try. Not able to log in.
Yeah, admin bot.
So I tried with admin and I was able to log in. Okay.
Yeah.
And here basically it is telling me details about the target server, the server status you can say. Okay. Then I would be required to explore this thing. Like if something seems to be fishy or something seems to be important, access denied. I can see an error here. You are not authorized to view this page. And if you already configured the manager application to allow access to you have used a browser, blah, blah, blah. If you have not changed any configuration file, please examine this file. It says that this file contains credentials. Okay.
Which file, sir? This
And if you
users.
have not modified it, here you can see conf slash tomcat hyphen users.xml. This line you can just read.
Yeah.
So it is very important to read the error messages as well. Many a times what happens is errors can leak some very sensitive information, very important information.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, for example, to add manager GUI role to a user named Tomcat with password secret. So it's like some sort of default credentials are also being leaked here,
Yeah.
like Tomcat and password secret with uh, 3 in it. Okay. 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 Let's go back. Go back. Let's go to manager app, and manager app says access denied. Okay. Let's go to host manager, and host manager is asking me for the credentials.
Yeah.
So I can try admin password, Tomcat, Tomcat. So let's try Tomcat, Tomcat. Not working. Admin, admin,
Right.
access denied. Okay, let's try again. Access denied. Now it is not giving me the option to enter the credentials. Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe it has saved it in in its cache
Mm.
that this user should not be allowed to have access. So I am in incognito mode. I'm simply going to close my browser and open it again. A fresh session.
Yeah.
Visit it. Host manager. But this time I am going to try with the uh, Tomcat and that secret
Okay.
which was there in the error message
Yeah.
answer. So S3CRET. Probably I have done something wrong here. Let's try it again. Access denied. Still access denied. Close it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so the credentials that I entered was Tomcat and secret
Secret.
S3CRET, which was hinted to me by the error.
Yeah.
So see, this is very small thing, but this is very important.
Yes.
Like observing the errors and trying with the default credentials. Okay, many a times you will see that there is nothing advanced or fancy required to exploit. It is simply a very basic admin or admin 1234, something like that credentials are working. Okay. Okay. So Tomcat Web Application Manager. Let's do one thing. Tomcat Web application manager exploit. Multiple ways to exploit Tomcat manager. We have this Rapid7 link, Apache Tomcat manager authenticated upload code execution. Let's open this one as well. So here we can see that what it is doing is it is using Metasploit framework
Yeah.
to use this exploit.
Multi.
Exploit multi HTTP Tomcat manager upload.
Yes.
Okay. And it is setting the target IP, target port, and the username and password. And then it got a shell back.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can also do it this way, but we do not want to use Metasploit. That's the case here. Okay. It's like we are restricted from using Metasploit. Okay. So you can definitely give this thing a try by yourself
Yeah,
as
sure.
a homework.
Sure.
So let me just share this article,
Okay.
copy in the chat, trying the automated way, the MSF way.
Okay.
That's okay. What I am going to do is the manual way. So in the manual way, what I need to do is I need to see, I figured out that there is a this upload option available,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yes.
And it says war file to deploy. Select war file to deploy. If you are not aware of, then war file is you can say it's a Java compressed file, Java archives, okay, which are executed by the Tomcat servers. You can look a little bit more about it here. Jar or war, jar, okay. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's create a malicious payload in war format. Let's upload it,
Yeah.
get it executed,
And get to the version.
and get a reversion. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's very basic methodology. But the question arises, how can I get a war reversion? Can I do a Google search about it? War reversion. Creating Metasploit payloads, how to hack Apache Tomcat with malicious war file upload, MSFNM cheat sheet. Okay. Everywhere I can see that it is using MSF Venom,
Yeah.
right? I was just looking for some sort of online available uh, war files, ready-made available.
Okay.
Okay. But I was not able to find it. Let's do GitHub. Do I have it here? No. It's a Python file.
Yeah.
So instead of all this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my own war file.
Using a MSF Venom.
Let's use MSF.
Okay.
Yeah. So MSF Venom is allowed for n number of times in the exam. Okay.
Okay.
So you do not need to worry about the usage of MSF Venom. It is totally allowed, and you can use it whatever number of times you want.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So let's do MSF Venom -L for listing. Let's do payloads. Let's uh, do clear screen, and let's only grep for the Java based payloads. So I have some Java based payloads here.
Underscore TCP.
So we are not going to use Metapreter. Metapreter is restricted for only one time.
Okay.
Okay. Because if you are going to use Metapreter, then you need to open the Metasploit as well
Yeah, correct.
for catching the shell. Okay. So we are not going to do this. We are going to do Java shell reverse TCP. Let's do MSF Venom -p lhost
1411.
14.8 it is.
Okay.
Lport format, output format, I'm making it as a war format. Okay. And then the output file name. So let's give the output file name as shell.war.
Okay.
So the file has been created.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you can see that it is showing me in the red color, it's a compressed file. Okay. So I'm going to upload this thing, but before that, let's set up a listener for catching a shell back. So let's do sudo nc-nvlp 9632. So it is now we have started my listener
Okay.
on the same port mentioned in the payload. So when this file is going to be executed on target server, I'll get a shell back here.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to my application now, my web application. And so here you can, it is giving me this browse option to select a file to upload. Let's select it. Temp Jerry shell.war. And you can see that I have selected this war file. I have selected this shell. Okay.
Yeah.
What should I do next? Simply click on deploy. Okay. Yeah, simply click on deploy. So probably the shell is uploaded on the target server, but I don't think that it is yet, it is executed. No, it is not executed. Okay, it is yet to be executed.
Okay.
Okay. Now I need to figure out a way to execute it. So what should I do to execute it? Any idea?
We have to open that particular directory.
Which directory?
This war this
Yeah, but we do not know where it got uploaded, right?
Mm.
So on this screen itself, we can see a new application appearing here, that is Shell.
Ah,
So it was not earlier available, but now
okay,
it's available. This is the WAR file that we uploaded.
okay,
That is what is being shown here.
okay.
So I'll just click on it, executed it,
Yeah.
and on the right hand side, you can see that I got a shell back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I have successfully exploited the machine. That's one thing. Okay. Now tell me, how can I escalate my privileges here?
First, you have to go to the users directory.
I need to go to the users directory.
No, first you have to check the. Uh, who am I or PWD?
PW,
PLC Apache? No, will not work
this
here.
is the Windows operating
Windows
system,
operating.
so
Yeah.
PWD is not going to work.
Yes. DIR.
DIR,
Get UID, sir. First, we have to say get UID, user ID.
that get UID is going to work in the Metasploit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, here
Hmm.
you can do who am I.
Ah,
Okay, so when
okay.
I did who am I,
So you are NP authority already.
so I'm already in the authority system.
Hmm.
Boom, no
Yes.
privilege escalation required.
Yeah. Correct.
It's like
Yeah.
you are served with a silver platter here.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
so that's why this was a very easy machine. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Fine.
every machine is
Yeah.
going to teach you something new, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, so this is also teaching you something new,
Yes.
that
Yes.
how
Exactly.
to approach a Tomcat servers.
Hmm.
Okay, that now you know that
Yeah.
Tomcat servers are going to execute WAR files.
Hmm.
Okay,
Exactly. Yes.
and how you can create WAR file, how you can deploy WAR file,
Yeah.
how you can get a shell back.
Hmm.
Errors are important.
Yes.
Okay, some general default login credentials
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
Okay.
just do users,
CD.
public, documents, downloads, music, nothing here. No desktop folder here. Let's go to administrator, CD desktop,
Hmm.
CD flags, and it says two for the price of one. So let's read it. Type, and here we can read
User
the
flag
flag.
also.
Yeah. So basically, both of these flags were available simultaneously and collectively, because probably the developer of the machine was aware of this thing, that okay, anyone who is going to exploit this machine, right away he's going to get the anti-authority system. Okay, so that's why probably he put both of them in a single place.
Okay.
Okay. Now, there's one thing that I would like to talk about before concluding. That is,
Hmm.
I exploited the Tomcat server. So why was I able to get the anti-authority system right away?
Um, I think this particular application, I mean this website was developed with the highest privilege. I mean, not like a normal user.
Right. So basically, this is no generally this is known as misconfiguration, or you can say this is what should I say, more open variable. Yeah, very wide usage of permissions.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so this server the Tomcat server, whosoever configured the Tomcat server on Windows machine, he configured that server with the admin permissions.
Yes.
Instead of this, there should have been a separate user created that is going to be running this thing.
Yeah.
It is going to have no practical utility on the machine. The
Yeah.
only purpose for that user should be to run the server, web server.
Correct.
So that tomorrow, if this server gets exploited, the shell, the attacker is only going to have a very limited shell.
Yes.
Okay, that
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
So if you are going to deploy any application in a server, and that application gets exploited, so the permissions with which the application was working, the same permissions are going to be assigned to the attacker as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a very basic because in privilege escalation, most of the times we are looking for applications which are running as root. Okay, in privilege escalation, this is a standard methodology.
Not a best practice, huh? Running application on the highest privilege.
Yeah, right. When we try to enumerate the target locally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we most of the times we try to find certain applications which are running as root permissions, such that if we are able to exploit that application, we'll get root. Okay.
Yeah.
Or we'll get
Okay.
system, anti-authority system here. Okay.
Mm.
So we can simply copy paste the flags from here, go here and paste it here. Okay. Assign the difficulty whatever you feel like, and
Okay.
you have successfully rooted another machine. And for the next session, we are going to do a machine known
Try.
as Mr. Robot,
Okay.
which is available on TryHackMe.
Okay.
So either you can sign up on TryHackMe. This is very easy, simple. Just click on sign up and you will sign up. No payment required here. Nothing, no
Okay.
challenges here. And if you do not want to go that path, you can just go to valenhub.com and search for Mr. Robot here.
Okay.
You'll find this machine. This is the machine that we are going to. So this machine is available on ValenHub as well as TryHack.
Download the OBA file and run it on our lab. Huh?
Sorry.
Not like a VPN connection. Like we have to download the file and.
Yeah. So you need to configure this file in your VMware,
Okay.
in your local environment, and no need to set up a VPN connection.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any
Yes.
doubts so far?
No,
Any
clear.
that is not clear, you can ask me now.
No, it's clear. Sir.
It's clear.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks a lot for joining in, Faisal.
Thank you so much, sir. Getting new knowledge, new things. Thank you so much.
Both of you. Have a great day ahead.
Same to you.
And we'll meet on Monday now.
Sure.
So practice a lot of stuff. Okay.
Sure.
And yeah.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.